Now, by a show of hands, how many of you are sports fans? A few. Now, I personally, I'm not a fanatic, but I do have an understanding of most games. So, I believe they have officials or referees, I think they call them. Those the ones in the black and white stripes, I think. Okay, see, I told you I knew a little bit about it. So, let's say the referee is there to make sure that the coaches and the players follow the rules and the fundamentals of the game, but they're also there to make sure that they can hold them accountable if they do something wrong. So, imagine this. What if you had a referee on your job? See, some of y'all got a little tense. Now, I don't mean HR coming around checking to see if you're still in paper clips or making invitations, them 100 invitations that you're not supposed to on the copy. Don't do that, by the way. But I mean, like a corporate referee. Let me explain. I'm gonna use myself as the example. If this was my corporate referee. So it's 7 p.m. I know she got to work at 7 a.m. Her lunch still on the back counter. So she hadn't eaten. And it doesn't look like she's getting ready to leave now. This is the third day this week that she's done it. Flag on the play. Oh, she just said she had so much work to do that she couldn't add anything else to her plate. But did she just agree to be on a committee that's going to add another meeting to her schedule for another 3 months? Oh, she don't want them to think she's not a team player. Flag on the play. It's 5:30. She's leaving. Good. Right. Oh, and she's going to sleep early. Awesome. Wait, it's 10 p.m. You're getting up to do more work? So you just left work on time to come home and take a nap? Flag on the play. Hi, my name's Traci, and I became a high-performing professional. According to an annual report, Women in the Workplace for 2025 by leanin.org, women experience burnout at a far much higher rate than their counterparts. 6 out of 10 women in senior level positions reported experiencing burnout. Now they went a little further to say Black women in leadership, it increased by almost 20%. That's 80%. 8 out of 10 Black women in leadership in senior level positions reported experiencing emotional and physical burnout, as well as mental exhaustion. So you're probably wondering, how would you even become one of these 60 or 80 percenters? Let's go back to those 3 flags I just said that I had for my referee. Those 3 things, it could have been a much longer list than that, but just those 3 things, your 3 may be different. If you take those 3 things and repeat it consistently, daily, weekly, monthly, even years for some, that's how. Now, if you're like me, you love what you do, and you're good at what you do. Like you set goals and you're a high achiever, you're climbing the corporate ladder, but you don't realize what it's costing you because it doesn't feel like work. A few years ago, I had to have 2 back-to-back surgeries. One was in November, it was an emergency surgery, it was November of that year. Followed right behind that was a scheduled surgery, was a knee surgery in December. So I had to be off work. I had to put my laptop down, my work phone away, out of office was on, and I had to be still to recover. Now, about a week in, I noticed that I felt unsettled, like I was irritable and jittery, and I couldn't understand why. What I came to realize was, although my body was still, my mind was still going on 1,000. It didn't get the memo. Hey, we got off the hamster wheel of work. You need to calm down and chill out. What it was? Anxiety. Like you push and you go and you push and you go. Because mind you, we're good at what we do, right? But that anxiety, it was still playing in the background. But now that I was still, it had my undivided attention. So now what do we do? Let's go back to the game, if we will. So there is a tool in football that the coaches and the players can use if they need to, say, change up a play, they need to change out players, or even if they just need to stop the clock. Do we know what that tool is? A timeout. I needed to put myself on timeout. But here's the thing. I had some resistance from myself. Like, if I take a time out, will I be a disappointment to my family? Would I be weak? Would my team think I was letting them down? Now, mind you, I'm one of only 2 Black leaders, senior level leaders. So we show up and we do twice as much as everybody else just so we're not judged and people take us seriously. So I had resistance, like, I know I need this, but I don't know if I should. Then I realized what I didn't know I needed was permission. I needed to give myself permission. Guilt-free, shame-free. I needed to take a time out. Now, when people hear the word timeout, now outside of the context of a game, most people think that it's a negative thing, like you put your child on punishment. It's a timeout. Now, what if we change that and say, maybe a timeout is just space that's given to reevaluate, to regulate, and redirect. Reevaluate the situation. Was that really what that was? Do I need to get a better understanding? Regulate, because you know your emotions get super high. Regulate your emotions so you can get clarity. And once you have clarity, you can come back and redirect and then approach it, and your behavior can be different. You reevaluate and change your approach. So, by giving myself permission to take a time out, here's what I know now. That work-life balance that they told you when you did your initial interview that the company stands on, that's your responsibility, not the company's. If you choose to work 13 hours a day and come to work sick, they will let you. Here's what I know now. That setting standards high above the company rules, just because I was an overachiever, at a certain point, that becomes the standard by which they now judge you. And it's not sustainable. Here's what else I know now. By giving myself permission to take a time out, which I'm currently on, I learned that part of my high-performing behavior was actually undiagnosed ADHD. If you notice, the common denominator in all those things was me. Once I decided to give myself permission, I took back accountability. I can set new boundaries. because I gave myself permission. So what I want to leave you all with, this is a safe space. If you will, close your eyes for me for a minute. Now, if there's something that I said that kind of struck a nerve, or you said, ooh, I do that. Ooh, it's not one of my three, but it's something. Bring that up. You got it? Do you remember how that made you feel when you heard it or you felt it? Now take a deep breath with me. Inhale and exhale. Now repeat after me. I give myself permission to take a time out. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Recovery from burnout is possible. You just gave yourself the first step by giving yourself permission. Time out.